Yeah, okay. Hello and welcome to the podcast. I am Zach Young, and as always, joined with me is the Big E to my Xavier Woods, the Rhino to my Mysterio, and the Shazam to my Billy Batson. But most importantly, he is the Kaiju Commander to my Captain Comics. It's Tanner Bays as always.
Ooh, that was a spicy intro. I like that one.
I love giving it some thought. And with us on this side and Techie on the other, this is Kaiju and Comics, where we talk about anything else.
Whew, I'm ready.
We just kind of don't do the first segment, right? Because, to them it's been a week. To us, it's been like an hour.
Yeah.
If that. Let the roll cool back down because it gets hot in here. You'll probably be glistening faster than you were last time, but where it's fine.
Just point it out, make me feel bad. Okay.
It's okay. Some of us sweat and some of us don't.
I'll just cry about it. So
you won't have any tears left with all the sweat coming out of your body.
I am being attacked.
So we don't have news because, well, we don't know about it. I assume by the time the last podcast goes out, but because it takes time to edit, by the time that what would be the recording day for this podcast comes out, both Donnie Cates and Al Ewing has probably announced what new book they're doing. I promise I'm probably being hype as hell about it on Twitter. We don't know what it is yet because they haven't announced it yet. But
He'll be hyped for me.
Donnie Cates is announcing something.
Well, for Al Ewing, you can be hyped for me.
Yeah, but what if he might not be announcing a Hulk thing?
Yeah, well, it doesn't have to be a Hulk thing.
Like
Al Ewing has now put out two things that I really enjoy with the Ultimates and Immortal Hulk. Okay. I'm excited for what he does next. Yeah, unless he picks a whack character, and then I won't care.
Yeah, so just seeing, like, they've been teasing it. We know that we're getting the, as of recording time, which is May 31st, that's the day we're recording, we're getting the announcements. They said next week last time they said it. That might actually be this week, so I do think they're going to be out by the time episode 2 comes out. But as far as recording day that we would be reacting would be episode 3's recording day, except we're not recording on that day. We're recording a week ahead. But it's fine. I'm sure it's cool. And like I said, I'm sure you're going to see me hype as hell on Twitter about it.
Absolutely.
Because I'm just ready for a cool Kate story. So I guess we're rolling right into it. Who wants to go first?
What we consumed this week via any type of media.
Things that we consumed 2 weeks ago.
Well, yeah, I guess technically. So I'll go first. Off of a shining and dazzling recommendation from my second favorite member of the Pop Striker podcast, Darian Riley. He covered the movie Army of the Dead that came out on Netflix. And he made it sound just interesting enough for me to go watch it.
Is this that like Snyder cut that everyone's been telling me about?
It is by Zack Snyder. He really did a good job of selling me on it because I don't like zombie films. They're one of the, I don't want to call it a horror trope type of deal. Zombies freak me out, and I'm genuinely, zombie movies scare me.
Called it Zombie Heist.
Yeah, it is. It's literally a zombie heist film. But like zombies, they freak me out. I don't like them. They genuinely scare me. It's one of the few things I can't do. That movie, it's a weird movie. It's just like it's a zombie heist film. The Dave Bautista, they show you how like regurgitating this film like is gonna make me uncomfortable. But it starts off, the military is going from Area 51. The only reason why I knew to look for it is because Darian said it in his podcast. Right in the beginning, I thought it was lightning first time I watched it. And then I was like, wait, is that what he was talking about? There's 2 lights in the sky over the Area 51 when they pull out with their payload. And then I look again, and it's 2 alien spaceships. And then they just zip off into the night. And that's all we get for that. And then basically they're transporting, and just like any horrible movie goes, there's some horrible hijinks where they lose the payload. It was this dude, he marries this girl. He's like, you made an honest girl out of me. And she starts to give him roadhead. And he kind of veers off into the other lane. And then the 2 driving the army truck are like talking about Area 51. Like, well, what do you think we're moving? Could it be aliens? They're just like being real like kind of campy with it. Yeah. And they get into a bad car crash. The payload comes out, it busts open. It's this zombie. He comes out, he kills everybody. He bites the 2 main dudes. They tried to get away. He bites them. They become zombies, and we're looking, and it's Vegas. And then they just give us this sweeping shot all over Vegas of all these zombies coming through and killing everybody. To this, I I don't remember specifically. I think it's Elvis's Suspicious Minds. And it's
Okay.
but it's one of those like oldie
Yeah.
type of songs, and just watching all these people die to zombies like that. And then they introduce us to the cast. They're all from Vegas, and they're just civilians saving people going through on a Left 4 Dead 2 type of wave.
Okay.
Made me feel like there's 3 or 4 people they show us, and they're going through and getting saving people and killing zombies in creative ways. Then they get out. Somebody dies. I don't know who it is. It's one of the people in their crew. She saves her daughter, but then they get attacked, and then they made like a 3-tanker high ring around Las Vegas, and they drop the last one in and it crushes them, the 2 people, and that's all we see of them. And they don't really talk about who they are. It's whatever. But that happens, and then it's just this guy's like, I have $200 million down in the safe. I want you to go get it. It's already been reimbursed by the insurance company. It's untraceable. If you bring it back to me, I'll give you 50 mil. Split it amongst your team however you want. He gets his team together of 4 people that were there, then some other people that he need, like a safe cracker, who is fantastic. Darian said he's the best character. He is the best character. He comes in, and they do all that. They do the heist, getting the team together thing. They show that the zombies have like alpha zombies, and they kind of run a kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that they're organized and they're doing things. And there's a zombie baby, and there's all kinds of I'm not gonna spoil one part, but there's another thing that's really sick. If you see any of the promotional stuff, you'll see it. But if anybody listens to this and they go watch it, I don't want them to be prepared for it, because it is ridiculous. Zach, it's stupid, bro.
It's a zombie movie. Like,
Cut this out for me, please. And we're back. I had to privy Zach to the knowledge of what it is that I don't want to say, because it's absolutely bonkers. But everything that could go wrong can go wrong. They send a guy with him that's from the company, from the dude that we know is going to sabotage everything and leave them there for dead. It's that character.
okay.
He ends up getting brutally murdered, like they always do.
Of course.
And then everybody ends up dying. Everything is going wrong. And at the end, Dimitri and this guy, Van, they kind of bicker the whole time, and then they become friends. The safecracker and this Van Hodges, I think his name was. At the end, there's a big safe. He throws him in the safe to save him from the zombie horde, and the safecracker dies. Which was genuinely, I knew this movie was good. I'm not saying this is a bad movie. This movie is ridiculous, but it actually is good. I felt that character beat. I was like, oh, this sucks. Like, you feel it a little bit.
Yeah.
Dave has to bring his daughter in because she's going to go find this mom who left her kids. Because there's this girl that takes you into Vegas to crack open a couple of machines to take the money so you can have money to get out of this camp that they have around Vegas. There's a couple of political things that Darian was talking about it. He's like, there's a couple of political things that they definitely push, and it's like, all right, I don't care about this. I'm not gonna. It's whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was alluding to COVID or whatever it was. They definitely make fun of Trump, saying that if we drop the nuke on it on 4th of July, that's patriotic and cool as hell. Something like that. It's like, it wasn't needed, but it's like, if that's how you feel, you're gonna let it be known in your movie anyway. So might as well just be blatant about it.
Yeah.
So they go through, everything goes wrong. Chris D'Elia was supposed to be in this movie, but he had like a controversy.
Yeah.
And then there was a woman that came in to take his spot, and apparently, I learned this from the Pop Striker podcast. Go watch it. They told me that her and Dave Bautista never met. Yeah. You could not tell. Yeah, and they said Darian said you couldn't tell. Genuinely, I wouldn't have known that they didn't meet. It was that good. So, this movie is definitely well put together. Like, this isn't bad. This isn't a bad movie. It's absolutely ridiculous, but it's not a bad movie.
I mean, they can be ridiculous and good.
Yeah,
I'm saying it can't.
I'm gonna say, and so she sneaks off, and then Dave. They don't get the money or whatever. So everybody ends up getting killed except for Dave. He goes to go get his daughter. He gets her out, but the big main zombie gets him, attacks him. They crash their plane. They survive because they're nuking Las Vegas. That's why he has such a small window. So he gets out they're coming out as the nuke's going in, but they have the big zombie on their thing, and he ends up killing the zombie, but the zombie bit him. So he's going to become a zombie, so she ends up having to kill her dad at the end. But there's a little scene where he had $200,000. They were like, how much do you think this is? Because they broke it open from some machine or something. And he's like, there's about $200,000 there. He's like, oh, okay. Well, I'll keep that. Well, the one woman was like, well, I can take it off your hands if you don't want to. No, I'll keep it. Keeps it. He gives it to her. He's like, go do what you want to do with this money. Then he turns and she kills him. We then get the ending. This ending kind of... This is the only problem I have with the movie. Van gets out of the safe after the nuke hits. They said it was a small controlled nuke because they don't want to... Whatever. But if you are on ground zero, after a nuke hits...
You don't.
You're gonna radiate and die. Yeah. And I thought that's what they were doing. Because they had him go and he charters a plane. He just keeps dropping stacks of money. And I thought he was gonna go and get the main guy's plane. The guy who contracted him, and he was gonna be on that plane and kill him for setting him up or something. And we get there and he's just talking to the people, to the hostesses, and they're drinking. And you can see he's not feeling well. I'm like, all right, here it is. This is the radiation. He's gonna die or something, right? He goes into the bathroom and they show he's got a zombie bite. But if you obviously go back and watch, the one time when he could have got a zombie bite, he didn't get bit. So I'm like, what's the point in doing... If you do that, then there's no point in doing the scene where the safecracker throws him in there. Because if he got bit anyway, what does it matter? Why do that? Why not just let them get overrun by zombies? It's like, if you're going to do that, just make it be from the radiation and he dies. But I guess it's to be like, we're going to have another zombie problem because he's going to turn into a zombie if he doesn't kill himself. But it cuts off there and that's it.
Sequels, my guy.
No, I thought... The only way I thought this would be fine if after they show him with the bite and it kind of taking over, if the plane took him to that dude that contracted him to go get the money, his house. And then he walks out as a zombie and kills him. Because he met all the people on the team, so he would know who he was. And then he would go and do, I thought that, but they didn't do that. But
I don't know, there was a lot of talk of cyborg zombies and
yeah, literally
maybe aliens and baby zombies. There was a lot of things.
There's nothing. I saw the cyborg zombies, and literally there's no mention of anything. Yeah. The only thing I can think is that the government has been in there trying to do.
That's what I was.
They
thinking
show
too.
Other teams that have been there, and the guy with them is like, I didn't know of anybody else trying to come in here to get to the safe. Now he could be lying, which he probably is, but there's other teams that have been in there. Yeah. So they could have just been military teams trying to do experiments or something, or it can be Zack Snyder being wild. So
cyborg zombies sound cool.
Literally the only... It does, right? But you don't get to see any of it. Literally, one of them gets thrown into a wall, and you see his head kind of like spark, like when he dies or something, and you see one get shot in the head, and you can see the cyborg part of it. And that's it. Literally, and it's no stop, freeze frame, look at this for a second. They're just running at him. He gets shot, and it's just like if any other regular zombie died.
Okay.
It's literally nothing. And I'm like, why would you even do that like that? And yeah. But it was very good. Please go watch it. But
good movie, weird implications.
Yeah, good movie, but it's really odd. That's it. It's just an odd film. But it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
It got me to watch it, and I don't like zombie films.
Yeah, those movies aren't really my thing, so I'm probably not going to watch it, but it's on Netflix?
Yes, it is on Netflix.
Very Netflix heavy.
Dave Bautista does a very good job. I don't think... there's no bad acting in the film.
I hope Bautista would do a good job. He's Dave Bautista.
I'm going to say he did a very, very good job. I don't think Dave Bautista is probably that... I didn't think he was that great of an actor. I watched him do this. I'm like, all right, this guy is actually, decent.
He's the second best wrestler turned actor.
Well, that isn't saying much, buddy. I don't think The Rock is that great of an actor.
Moving on. All right, so we're going to finish Spider-Man life story. We got 2 more issues and 2 more decades to go through. So we're starting off, it is the thousands. Peter Parker is living with his wife. It doesn't specify that, but they're back together at the very least. So even if they're not married, they're together. Even if they're not remarried, they're together. And his kids... Claire and Benji, It breaks my heart that she's not named Mayday, because that's the daughter of Peter is May, a.k.a. Mayday. That's the Amazing Spider-Girl stuff. I won't harp on that for too long. They see on the news Spider-Man, in this case Ben Reilly, is fighting. So you might not know who this guy is off the top, and I can't find his thing, but he's one of the inheritors from the Spider-Verse storyline who's looking for Peter Parker because Peter Parker is a spider totem. If you don't know the Spider-Verse storyline, this won't make sense.
Yeah, it got me a little lost here, bud.
So we're in 2006, and this guy, he fucking kills him.
Kills Ben?
So to cliff notes of the Spider-Verse storyline, the inheritors have... There's 3 spider totems, and the inheritors want to collect the blood and kill all 3 spider totems, because then they can destroy the Web of Destiny.
Okay.
Which is Madam Web, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
They can destroy the Web of Destiny and like rule all reality.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, this is what... It's part of the Spider-Verse storyline. We don't delve into it too much here, because other things happen in 06. Kills Ben Reilly.
Poor Ben.
Claire comes out, and she's letting her father know, just like, hey, Spider-Man dead. Look, there it is. Look, Spider-Man dead. Oh. Spider-Man dead. And Claire's kind of giving her dad a pep talk, just like, listen, like, Cap and Iron Man are kind of coming to blows. You need to go help them. Like, Parker Industries will go under. Tony Stark will get Parker Industries. Like, you know you're not the clone, and even if you weren't, the clone is dead. Like, Uncle Ben is dead.
Uncle Ben is dead.
Oh, no. And Peter's just like, I left it behind. And Claire says, I don't know if this is the attitude of it, says, bullshit. I saw the news reports when you were up there for Jonah's funeral in 01. When the event happened. You couldn't let it go past. But why would you? I didn't know it was you at first, but I saw the red mask. Basically, during 9/11, it shows Peter with the Scarlet Spider mask on helping civilians. Saying, like, everyone was going in, and people who didn't have powers were going in to help. Of course you were going to help out. No one's mad at you for helping out because they needed it. They need Spider-Man now, too. Basically, convinces him to go back to New York.
Okay. Did he take the train in New York to get downtown?
He gets to New York. He gets to New York, and there's some sort of fight. He suits up as Spider-Man and finishes it. He is immediately met by Iron Man. Superhuman Registration Act already in effect. Civil War's already underway. Oh. Tony's just like, Peter, I knew that couldn't have been you. It seems like you're back from the dead. It's just being kind of a dickhead. It's Tony. Iron Man's there on the steps, and he's just like, so come on. You know this is right. You know that we need accountability for these things. And Spider-Man... First of all, he doesn't join him. Tension has been building between him and Iron Man for a while at this point.
Yeah.
Gotta remember, Spider-Man's in his 60s now, he should be at.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
He's old, my guy. But so's Tony. And Spider-Man basically tells him, I'm not joining you, go fuck off, you're wrong. And Tony just says, I really wish you wouldn't have said that, Peter. War Machine, Black Widow, Captain Marvel, She-Hulk, and...
Jesus.
I think that's Iron... Do you know... That looks like it could be Iron Fist. It looks like the cut thing, and...
Is that not Yellow Jacket?
It could be Pym.
I think it is Yellow Jacket.
Okay,
Yellow
it
Jacket's
could be
on
Pym.
his team at that point.
Yeah.
Because remember, Yellow Jacket fights Goliath in Civil War.
Okay, yeah. It could be Pym. They don't ever say, this is who it is.
Yeah.
It's just like, here's some people.
But that definitely looks like the Yellow Jacket.
It could be... That makes sense. So, they come to apprehend him. Then, Cap's team shows up. It's... Cloak, Dagger, Hawkeye, Cap, and Luke Cage.
Oh my gosh, look at Luke Cage.
He's sporting the gray beard. He's sporting the gray beard. They come in.
They love using Cloak and Dagger whenever you talk about Civil War stuff. Cloak and Dagger are cool. They're cool. They're so cool.
Like, they don't get a chance to get used a lot, but like, especially like Cloak is like, you're able to get him and get out.
So cool.
Yeah. They basically pop in to get Peter out of there. It's just like, listen, like, your identity is known. By the way, that's what the spider suit looks like now.
Oh, okay.
Again, spider suit keeps changing. But there's one small issue. They take Peter away, and they get him to a safe thing. Again, this is a very short issue as well, because the other bulk of the issue takes place in Oregon with the Parkers or the Watsons. I don't know what that... Maybe they go by Parker Watson. Who knows? I'm into hyphenating.
Yeah.
With Claire, Benji, and Mary Jane. The Inheritors attack, basically.
Oh, no.
We believe they're looking for Peter Parker. I'm not going to go in and check to make sure that they are looking for Peter. In the Spider-Verse storyline, they want Benji's blood.
Okay.
Spider-Girl, Mayday Parker, from her Earth, her little brother Benji is one of the spider totems.
Okay.
I don't know if that's what they're looking for, if he's just trying to find their dad. They fight, they figure out how to beat him, which is basically just like, he's invulnerable except when he's feeding, and he feeds by taking the life energy of spiders. Of course, his kids have powers. That's how they figure it out. He tries to feed on Mayday. Mayday slashes him, and she kind of realizes she has some spider power. And then they realize that Benji lets him feed on him, and Mayday just picks up a tree and just... it's just...
See ya.
They defeat him. It's a lot of the issue is fighting. And I'm not going to, like, recount the battle for you point by point. A lot of it is fighting. Its tension's boiling over. This is where we get to the 2010s. Oh, God, the 2010s.
Oh, no. No.
A lot of exposition.
Yeah.
Civil War, superhuman Civil War is over. In this storyline, either Cap doesn't give up, or when he does, someone takes his place. The fighting doesn't stop.
Oh, jeez.
And when the heroes fight, the only ones that win are the villains. Now, they don't show this, but it's understood and it's established that Doctor Doom is ruling the world.
Wow.
And Spider-Man needs to go up to space to take out... There's a satellite, I forget if it's either Richard, Stark, Parker, it's one of their things. They have a satellite up there. And if they can get this thing to the satellite and inherit it, they can kind of EMP bomb Doom's empire, and then the Resistance can take it back.
There you go.
With him this is him.
Okay.
Man, Parker's fucking old. He's what? Are we at 70 now?
70, yeah.
Mary Jane's with him. Benji is there. Benji's on a cane. Like you can tell from how the last one ended and up to this point that he is disabled because of that attack. Claire comes up in Jessica Drew's ultimate Spider-Woman outfit.
Okay.
That's the red one where the hair is open. And she's like, can I come with you? Come on, I want to come with you. And Peter's just like, if we don't make it back, they need a spider. He might say Spider-Man, but I don't think he might say a Spider-Woman just to, talk his daughter up.
Yeah.
And Miles Morales comes out. Him and Miles are going up to space to do this mission. And he intros Miles. He's just like, can you believe it? Exact same thing. Bitten by a radioactive spider. Getting the spider powers. He even has a few new abilities. And they go up. And there's a problem on the ship. We hear something happen. Miles and Peter, they go back there. We get some shots with Peter's mask off. And, like, his hair isn't gray. His hair is white. Like,
yeah,
he's old. And he even comments about it. It's like Miles... Claire's my legacy, but so is Miles. Like, he kind of says, like, there was a point where he died and Miles took over, but he came back. He's just like, even called himself Spider-Man, and I think he's earned that title.
Yeah.
Really, like, showing that pass on for it. They hear a thing, they come back, and behind them, you see a white spider logo. Kraven attacks with the Venom symbiote. Kraven is Venom. He attacks them. They attack, they're fighting. They're going. He's just like, this is so weird. I thought Kraven's dead, and they're still fighting. And he attacks Miles, and Miles is just like, Sergey, stop, and they're fighting, and they keep going. Eventually, Peter figures out a way to dispel the symbiote, and Kraven, dead, just drops. Kraven's dead.
Oh, okay.
And Spidey's just like, of course, it would be the symbiote. All my enemies are dead. Isn't that right, Otto?
Wait, what?
Miles attacks Peter.
Stop. Run that by me again. What?
So you know Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah, it happens to Miles instead?
Why would he want Peter's old body?
Holy...
Peter,
oh my gosh. When you were...
Otto Octavius and Miles' body ask, how would you know my performance as Miles was perfect? How would you possibly? And Peter's just like, Miles doesn't know Kraven's name.
That's funny.
It's like, Miles doesn't know Kraven's name. Why would you do this to him? And Otto's just like, well, it was originally supposed to be you. Why would I take your body? He's young. Like, Miles is like teenager, early 20s. Like, he's in his prime.
Yeah.
They fight, and they're getting to the point where Peter realizes it's fight Miles. He might not be able to do everything and get back home at this point because he has to fight Miles and he has to do this thing. The Venom symbiote is everywhere. which only plays a small role after this. It was really to get the Kraven thing to give you the auto reveal. They fight, and what happens with Otto is basically what happens in Superior Spider-Man. Through a talk with Peter and Miles' memories, he learns with great power comes great responsibility, and he kind of breaks down a bit, and Peter's just like, there's still time. You can get home. You can give Miles his life back. Your body at home still isn't dead. It isn't. He's dying, but he's not dead yet. You can get back. He's like, but Pete, Doom, there won't be time. He's just like, tell my wife and kids I love them. Puts them in the pod, detaches the thing, and goes. And he's like trying to like hold it, because the battle like tore stuff up. He's trying to like web up, hold it together. He's just like, if I hit this button in time, it'll get up there. The timer's counting down. He looks up. The Venom symbiote starts holding it together, makes the white spider logo above it. The EMP goes off, disables Doom's stuff, and the ship falls apart with it. And Peter dies.
Damn.
Go back to Earth. Miles is there with Otto. They switched back. You can tell there's resentment there, because of course there would be. Between Mary, Jane, Claire, and Benji, it's kind of like established where like Peter would have been proud of you, would have been proud of all of you. Otto dies, because of course he does. We get the established Doom's been defeated. The world is free again. And it kind of leaves it open, but doesn't leave it too open. It leaves it open in the Spider-Man's legacy. Now, I didn't mention this thing because the very end of the book ties into something that happened earlier, and I wanted to leave it kind of there. I think it was issue 3 or issue 4, when him and Mary Jane are first married, before Mary Jane leaves. He told her that he keeps having the same dream. And she's just like, it's the day again, isn't it? He's like, yeah, I just wish I could have done something. He's referring to the night Uncle Ben died. In the very last page of the book, and the thing is like, I keep having the same dream. And it's the moment where he lets the robber get away, except he stops him. And the last words of the comic is, but I keep having this one. It's the day Uncle Ben died. The day I let his killer get away. It's so real, MJ. It's like I'm there again. And yes, I know what you're going to say, but this isn't me beating myself up again like always. It's different this time. It's a good dream. And it shows him whipping the web to get him.
So Uncle Ben didn't get killed.
It's the dream Peter keeps having is a dream where he stops the guy. Okay. And I just saw in there, MJ actually hands Miles Peter's old suit, because Miles feels like his suit is corrupted because Otto wore it. So yeah, full passing on the mantle.
Sick. That book is really
It's really good. I suggest it to anyone. It's in most comic shops. It's what the cover looks like. It's literally just a side profile of Spider-Man.
It's so...
Blue in front of him, red behind him. Spider-Man life story. It's such a cool concept. And the concept has been done once before in DC in a very old comic with Superman and Batman. But, like, to do this and do it that way, it's very good. I had been meaning to read it for forever. I think, like, you've been to the comic shop with me before. I was just like, I need to get that and read it. And I'd finally gotten it, and I was just like, I need to talk about this. And I knew it when I was one issue in.
When you told me that all the dudes are wrapped up on the table, I thought that's when Otto had him captured. Yeah, I thought that's when it was going to do Superior stuff.
Nope, because it still happens in the year it was published.
Yeah, I didn't remember when it was published, and I forgot that we were in the 90s then.
Yeah,
I was like, is this what's going to happen? And then I was like, all right. Yeah, I was like, they're probably not going to do that. And then they did it. And then they.
I genuinely didn't even think about it until he said it. I was like, oh shit! Like, it's such a good twist in the way that it's done.
Yeah, bro.
Because you really don't, and it's kind of weird because you don't know. You kind of know what Miles is like, but you don't know what he would be like in this universe.
Yeah.
You don't see Miles until Otto's already taken over him. And because you don't know that he wouldn't know Kraven's name.
Yeah.
But Peter does. And just that line of just like, isn't that right, Otto? And then Attack's just like, Miles doesn't know his name. Like, come on. You want to intro this segment?
Ooh, boy. I am excited.
I'm putting it down here because that.
Do you have a name for the project?
I wanted to call it like. I wanted to somehow mix it in. I wanted it to be like. I almost.
You can pitch your name and then I'll give you the perfect name.
I don't think that my name is great.
Okay.
But I almost called it like the Ultimate League or something. Like,
will Marvel be in the name or DC be in the name?
No.
Okay. It would be like Marvel DC and then it would have the name. Like,
okay.
And it's based off Ultimate Alliance, so I wanted to do like Ultimate League, but I don't think that's a great name.
There is nothing. You don't have to change the name. It's just the Ultimate Alliance.
Okay.
That's what I have it as on my little cheat sheet here.
Which is digital today.
Yeah. The
it's on
Ultimate
so big.
Alliance. If you can see that. The Ultimate Alliance. Yeah. I'm excited.
This one's a bit more mental. So when we did this conversation back in the before times.
Yes.
The
Fire Nation had just attacked.
Of course. We had done significantly less characters.
We did.
I wasn't aware on how big the rosters are in these games, at least how they've been in the most recent game. But me and you actually played Ultimate Alliance 3 the other day.
Yep.
Played a little bit of it. And they have almost 50 characters.
Yeah.
So that's our benchmark.
Yep.
50 characters split down the middle, 25-25. There's a lot to go through with this.
Yeah. And I am excited. I have some names, boy.
You're going to have names that I don't have. And
absolutely.
And, there's going to be discussions on who should be in and who didn't. Where do you want to start?
I think we do it just like we did the fighting game one. We go down by 5s.
Okay.
And we just go ahead and handle it that way. Okay. Or do you want to do the roster now, or do you want to go over the story? I feel like we should do the story before we get to the characters.
You know what? Let's do the story, because the story isn't fully dependent on the characters.
It's not.
But it doesn't.
But it isn't, but it'll explain why some characters aren't on our list.
Yes.
And I don't want to go over it and then people be like, well, why didn't they have these? And then we get to it eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. So we stormed up this story for what? The prototype of the story was going to be one DC villain and one Marvel villain coming together to make an alliance, and then kind of...
The prototype, the story didn't matter because we just wanted to brainstorm what this could be.
Yeah,
and then we came up with some sort of
Didn't we say Doom and Lex?
Probably.
Yeah, but
True Legion of Doom.
Yeah. Then I had a little bit of an epiphany, and I thought... And when I said it, the way Zach's eyes lit up, I think it was perfect.
I will say the only note I add to this is I do think this is the entire game is fantasy created, but it's a little bit high fantasy because it's a Marvel guy doing things, being the big bad.
Yeah.
He does use DC power, but it is a Marvel guy being the big bad, and someone wouldn't be upset that, but boy, wouldn't it be nice? So you can go ahead.
I just think he's probably just the best.
Well, yeah.
He's probably...
You believe he would have the ambition to do this
shit. I
think
he's just the best villain in comics. But that's my opinion. I can be wrong. Mm-hmm. I think he's the best villain in comics, and I don't think it's that close. I
love that.
I really don't think it... I think he's absolutely perfect. So...
Do you think these powers are beneath him? We know the powers of a god are beneath him. Do you think these powers are beneath him?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. Because these powers are nutty.
I wanted to add something that fans would now know who it is before we say his name, and I think that quote is enough that you could get it.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
that was the point of that. I'll probably cut this down so that way it's there.
All right, I got you.
So however you want to reveal it.
So basically, I wanted to do that team up, but we decided not to do that, and I thought, what is a crazy power that can make? Because he's got to be a final boss. So he's got to be crazy, stupid, powerful. And plus, if you make your final boss crazy, stupid, powerful, you can have really, really strong characters on your roster. Yeah. Which is kind of what I want to do. Yeah. But if we're going to get this crossover, I'm going all out. I'm pulling out every stop. Yeah. So, basically, what happens is we start off in Latveria.
Through some multiversal incursion.
Dr. Doom, who has previously had the power of the Beyonders the Beyonder. Or is it the Beyonders, right?
I don't think it matters.
Yeah. So he had it funneled through Molecule Man in Secret Wars 2.
Secret Wars 2015.
Yeah.
It wasn't called Secret Wars 2, but it essentially is.
It's basically what it is. So he's had this God King Doom power level. He finds out in a different multiverse, in a different dimension, there's a power that is beyond anything he's ever had.
Limitless reality not just reality bending
reality
power.
Shaping.
Yeah.
Literally taking out and rearranging how things happen throughout time.
Yeah.
We're giving Doctor
a power that literally removed 5 years out of continuity.
We're taking Doom, and Doom is going to take away the power of Dr. Manhattan.
Which, does that have a name yet?
The power of Manhattan.
I feel like if we're passing it around, it's currently
Does Wally have it?
Wally might not have it anymore.
Isn't it just in the Mobius chair?
It might be now. As of like Infinite Frontier, it might be back in the Mobius chair. Wally had it for a while.
Yeah, but
he had it throughout Death Metal.
Yeah, it's basically we're giving him that because
I know he doesn't have it anymore because he doesn't have it in the Flash ongoing right now.
So,
but
basically, now this is how I want to. I don't just want Doom to do magic and he gets a portal and he goes over. This is how I want to do it. I want Doom to go to Valhalla. What is Thor's place called? Not
Asgard.
Valhalla. Asgard, my bad. Sorry. That was horrible. I want Doom to go to Asgard and hijack the Bifrost. Superpower the Bifrost to shoot him into DC continuity.
To just shatter the multiverse.
Shatter the multiverse.
I think the maker created it. It was literally a multi-dimensional doorway. I think this was in a Venom comic that he did this because he needed to get to the Ultimate Universe. So like I think if you take that,
I know what you're
somehow
talking about,
get Doom the plans to that because it's Doom and mix that with the Bifrost. We're pretty much going insane.
I need him to go to Asgard for a certain reason.
Yeah,
you guys will know it later.
Yeah.
So he takes that, goes to Bifrost, goes and in some way goes to Manhattan and gets his powers away from him.
And we both agree that we would do it in this universe's continuity. We would have him pull the powers from Dr. Manhattan himself.
Oh, yes.
We agree on this? Okay.
He's
I just wanted to make sure.
Effectively killing Manhattan.
Well.
Effectively. Yeah. So that's basically the premise. And Dr. Doom now has this power. Everybody goes on notice.
Now, what I would do, and I don't know how you feel about this, is like sort of a thing, is that I would have Doom then use the power to kind of do what he did in Secret Wars 2015, but not to that effect. Mm-hmm. In my mind, I need these universes to be somewhat merged. I need the gateways to be open.
Yes. Like, he said, one world is not enough for me. I'm taking over two. Merges them together. Draws a line in the sand, says, I'm going to take over. You can either let me do it and join me, or I will run you out. And when he brings together both of these multiverses, it's everything from all the Earths in DC continuity, all of the different timelines in Marvel. So he can pull characters from anywhere. Like, my idea is for that certain villains ally themselves with Doom because they know they can't touch him. Yeah. He's Doom with Manhattan. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, they don't.
So, like, we were talking.
Marvel villains recognize Doom in the way they did in Secret Wars, and DC villains recognize that power. Yeah. So, we've seen what Dr. Manhattan has done in stuff like Doomsday Clock.
Yeah. So we get all this. We have different villains come forward, ally themselves with Doom, thinking about from Marvel and DC, having these almost like world-ending type of bosses.
Yeah.
Like, these were serious people in these Marvel and DC continuities. Like, I was thinking one with Gore, maybe the God Butcher, Nightmare, Annihilus, Superboy Prime, what's his name? Maybe I was thinking about this. I don't know anything about him, but I know Superman 1 billion. I don't know what he is, but I would love to see Superman 1 billion just show up for no reason.
Yeah, I think you got Superboy Prime. He's a good.
Yeah. Obviously any of the Barbados. Maybe Null even makes an appearance.
Oh, fuck, Null.
No, Barbados. Like,
Barbados and his Dark Knights just in that.
I don't know if I said them already. Cool. Like Mangog. Like, just pull from everywhere. Anyway, Trigon, even. Because we're going to go do DC. And, like, because you're my DC guy. You know more of the.
Yeah, my DC knowledge is weird in the way that it is. But, DC like, people. Those guys, you were talking about, like, if he wants worlds, holy fuck, imagine a whole level on War Worlds. Yeah. Or even, like, Apocalypse. Like, really, I don't know. I would say that Darkseid probably wouldn't bend the knee to Doom, but it'd be cool to see what that turns out being.
I think that Darkseid kind of just shows a mutual respect. Like, okay, I see what you're doing,
Just
buddy.
like, leave me alone and I won't come for you. Because I see Darkseid acknowledging respect. I don't see Darkseid being to where, like, I bow to you because you can beat me. It doesn't sound like him. But to be like, you leave Apocalypse alone and I won't come to you.
I have this idea in my head to where...
Just to be clear, Doom would spank him, but...
Yeah. I have this idea where...
Darkseid.
In, like, the opening cutscene after he gets these powers, right? Some of the strong, like, celestial beings from Marvel and DC come together. I'm going to need your help with DC, but I was thinking, like, the Living Tribunal. What is it? Galaxy, is that his name? Galactus maybe even come forward.
Is it like Eternity and stuff like that?
Eternity, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
You got it. Eternity.
The Black Winter.
The Living Tribunal. They come and they try to attack, and then Doom literally just waves his hand, and they just dissipate. So it's like, to just show you the serious level of power that these celestial beings...
I would...
Nothing.
So what I would do for the problem with DC is do you know who the most powerful person in DC is? It's God. It's
God,
quite literally God. They call themselves the Hands of Creation. That's what we established in Death Metal. So like those, I would probably instead, you could do them if you wanted to.
Ooh.
What you could do is do like the emotional spectrum personifications.
Oh, like
because you can't tell me this happened. And at the very least, the Green Lantern Corps isn't going to try to come for his ass.
That's what. Yeah,
they're going to get wiped out. But
I was gonna say there's a thing about that too, and I think we're going to talk about. But like maybe any Monitor, like an any Monitor boss. I'm talking, not to come and attack Doom.
Well, you know what, the Monitor would probably have something to say.
Yeah, and then you get gripped up.
Yeah.
But stuff like that type of deal, and then we're just going through different. We pick a couple of stages, a place we're going to be.
You could even pull, like, the Tales from the Dark Multiverse stuff. Like, you could pull them as bosses, like...
Yeah, like the dude with the parallax. Not him, but the guy who lives at the end. You know who I'm talking about? In the one Tales from the Multiverse, he has the parallax. Who's the kid that lives? It's the one, isn't it the black kid from the Bat family?
Oh, him, not... Oh, sorry. The Parallax, not Parallax.
Oh, no, the
Duke Thomas. It's Duke Thomas. Duke Thomas, yeah.
Whatever.
The Darkest Knight is what he calls himself.
Yes. That could be a boss.
Love him.
The Sinestro. That's half Black Knight.
Sinestro, Eradicator Lois.
Yep. Any kind of stuff like that. All the Dark Death Knights.
Yeah, they're just cool.
Yeah, they're just sick.
And there's no reason not to.
That could be one boss, just the Knights. Like Red Death.
The Dark Knights.
Yeah, the Killing Machine and all that.
Yeah, Murder Machine, my
bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically what we're looking for. We pick different places from Marvel and DC continuity. Yeah. You start at Asgard, I would say, trying to follow his footsteps.
Would you start with just from like a character sort of spectrum? Because I feel like your first few, you need to have beats for how your first few characters pop up.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because you need to have a reason why. Because when you have worlds collide like this, and I don't know if you're doing it like sort of like the worlds are fused, or if you're having like the worlds like just exist close to each other, because
no, they're fusing, definitely.
Okay, that's why I would say, because like the worlds work differently in both Marvel and DC on how the multiverse exists, but like I would probably have someone like Batman take note of it, because everyone is gonna notice. But like I could see like the Justice League, like Batman being like, we need to know what's going on, case everything.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what a good Marvel equivalent with this would be. Like it could be an Avengers alert, because Avengers kind of do that sort of thing. If it happens in Asgard, you know that Thor is probably already on it.
Yeah.
So, like, however you want to look at that and do it, I would. Currently in DC Comics continuity with...
We could show like an Illuminati meeting or something.
That's cool.
Yeah, like a meeting with the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Not all those characters, and we know it, and you know it's serious because T'Challa shows up. Because T'Challa doesn't like the Illuminati, but if he shows up, then you know it's serious.
Yeah.
So
like they literally would have them show.
Sits down next to Namor.
I would show the Justice League scene first.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Then do the Illuminati meetings, like something is happening, and then I would have like either Flash or Batman just show up.
Yeah.
Like maybe like Flash runs in and it's just him and Batman just like just immediately, because you gotta. Flash is the one who's going to figure it out first because of his speed, and then you know Batman is like, I need to get in there. Batman has a thing with secret societies. I don't know if you know.
Oh, yeah.
And I sit on the fact that Batman would not fucking trust any of them. And I'm not a big Batman fan, but
Yeah.
Batman would not fucking trust any of them. But he would recognize the threat.
Yeah.
So you would know, like, maybe this game should be called The Uneasy Alliance.
Basically.
Because, first of all, you wouldn't trust Batman the first time you see him. You wouldn't. And Batman won't trust you.
Oh, yeah.
The trust just wouldn't
I
exist.
don't know. You've seen that dump truck?
You would be mutual understanding. And I have... I'm pretty sure I definitely have the main... I have almost all the Justice League except for Lanterns because, as we were kind of talking, the Green Lantern Corps come for Doom's ass.
And they get gripped.
They either get wasted or they get locked, however you want to do it.
Oh, they get gripped. They're done. They're like, nobody's getting Doom does not take prisoners.
Okay, that's fair.
If you go against Doom, you're dead. This is the precedent that needs to be. There is no internment camps. There is no going to the negative zone. You're dead.
What if, and however you want to feel about this, the Lanterns come for Doom, and Doom recognizes them as formidable warriors, and man, wouldn't it be nice if they worked for him?
Where he enslaves the
like,
Green Lantern
those
Corps?
are some of... You know how sometimes, like, when you go through
Yes. You know
you
what?
have, like...
Just stop. Yes.
Not
yes.
your red shirts,
That's what
but,
we're
like, your
gonna do.
harder ones that you fight. Imagine they're all Lanterns.
That's
Like,
that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna do. Okay. That we're gonna do
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because that is a 3-pointer right into what I need.
Yeah.
You were shooting from the logo for me. Thank you.
Yeah, it
All right.
works as, like, the building of who we're fighting here. I think, like, if you wanted to do red shirts, they could be symbiotes if you want to pull from a Marvel side.
I'm gonna say we.
No comes from, and he's just like, I like your style. I'm gonna make it mine.
But yeah, that's basically our precedent for where we're gonna be at, what the big bad is, how the bosses will be.
I think you might get. I think in the early going, you might get some, like, not as powerful boss styles going. Like, maybe, like, at the beginning, like...
Oh yeah, because like in the first Ultimate Alliance, your first boss is Scorpion.
Yeah, like, you get some
And
of these
then
ones
at some point you fight Galactus.
Yeah.
So we're gonna ramp up.
You're gonna ramp up, but, like, give yourself... Because people, like... Because I don't know how your list is going.
Yeah.
But I have... Because we got a few villains in these.
Oh yeah, because the villains are gonna. We're working together with villains.
But, like, they're not going to
100%.
want to work together. Like, Batman and Joker aren't going to work together from right off the bat. They need to have that understanding. You're going to be fighting him at some point. Like, you're going to have to fight Joker in the beginning of this before he gets added. Spoilers, but...
Yeah.
It's Joker. Like, I don't love him, but what do you want from me? So, the way that just ends up being... Like, you're going to fight a few of them. I like the idea that maybe a couple of them might get a shard of power from it. Not like Doom's power, but like big powerful items
we
still
can have it
exist.
where because there's still artifacts out there with superpowers.
Yeah.
We could say somebody gets a cosmic cube, somebody gets the bands. So
Yeah.
like somebody gets not the bands somebody gets a gem of Sidorak or whatever. If like say Juggernaut's dead or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, and like that gives you a couple other cool situations. It gives you a chance that if we're not using the villains to play as, still to give like these iconic villains these big moments.
I have
like if we're not playing as Doomsday, imagine Doomsday with the Gem of Sidorak.
I was like, get that. I have I'll wait, but I have something akin to that.
Yeah.
On my list, it takes a character that's already strong and gives him something that makes him wicked. But I can't wait to get there.
Yeah, you can really like start going ham with these.
All right, so I think we are at roster time.
Do we want to get our easy ones out of the way?
We
We always know that the first 5 for each side is going to be easy, and I think we fully agree on this.
Okay, so Marvel first.
Okay.
Cap, Iron Man, Hulk, Spidey, Wolverine.
Yeah, I don't know what you want from me.
Okay, now go ahead, DC.
I did Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Flash, and Aquaman.
Perfect. Same
And
thing
I did
got.
Barry Allen, Flash.
It doesn't matter to me.
Barry Allen or Wally West.
Okay, your next
Prefer
5 for
Allen.
DC.
Let me actually get my thing open.
I say, yeah, get your Darkhold open.
The Darkhold.
I'm happy we already agree. We don't have to argue.
Yeah. One of the things I do. So one of the things that Ultimate Alliance has done, and I kind of like how it was in 2 a bit more, but there's more options in 3. Is they have the team brackets.
Yeah.
So in mine, I kept that in mind when I was forming things.
I didn't care about that because since I'm crossing over with a whole nother medium, I don't care about the bonuses.
Yeah. I just think it's so I have an OU one, the DC ones, not the Marvel ones. So My next 5 are actually it's just the Teen Titans. It's Nightwing,
You have the
Cyborg.
whole Teen Titans.
Yes, and there's some other things going on here with it.
Okay, go ahead.
Nightwing, Cyborg, Beast Boy, Starfire, and Raven.
I don't have any of those.
How do you not have Nightwing?
I have no. Oh no, I do. I have Nightwing at 9.
That Nightwing is the offensive one. When you don't have him, right?
I do
like,
have Nightwing.
Cyborg feels weird to miss. But
You
like
said
the
Teen
other
Titans.
ones.
I was thinking Robin. But
No, I have him in as Nightwing.
I have Shazam,
Really,
Swamp
it would be the
Thing,
Titans.
Nightwing, Martian Manhunter, and then Hawkman/Girl.
I have. Say those 5 again for me.
I have Shazam, Hawkman/Girl, Swamp Thing, Nightwing, and Martian Manhunter.
I have all 5 of those somewhere else. I have Hawk Girl, not Hawkman.
Okay, yeah.
And there's a specific reason why I did Hawk Girl because I wanted to have a joke in teams about the cartoon Justice League.
Okay.
And I think get you some women
That's
representation in there.
literally
like
why I put /Girl.
And one of the reasons why I did her as well is because I wanted to use them for a JSA team up
All right.
for them in there.
All right, so next 5 for Marvel. I have Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange, Venom, Groot with Rocket. And then this is my first story reason why a main character is not in the game.
Okay.
I don't have Thor. Because Thor's dead.
Why does Groot have to be with Rocket?
Just because it's an easy way to get 2 characters in the one.
Rocket doesn't work as his own
And
character. Ultimate Alliance
yeah.
games have already done this.
Yeah,
Like,
Okay,
that's how
I
it is
They
now.
already do it, and it's sick.
That's why I was
Yeah,
asking.
it's cool.
So,
Thor's dead.
Oh.
Doom kills Thor to get to the Bifrost.
Oh.
That's going to be in a cutscene in the beginning.
Sif and Heimdall
No,
instead.
he kills Thor. So we get Beta Ray Bill, who comes to help. I'm telling you, Beta Ray Bill. That I don't care. I literally don't care. I'm putting in Beta Ray Bill over Thor. We need to show how powerful Thor is dead. Doom is serious about what he's doing. He kills Thor, and we get Beta Ray Bill instead.
How does he kill Thor without the Manhattan powers?
I'm convinced Doctor Doom could take Thor right now. If you take away his power cosmic,
Thor just fucking murked Galactus.
Yes,
what do
he
you
had
want
the power
from me?
cosmic. You take away his power cosmic, I'm telling you, Doctor Doom is giving him work.
Ugh.
I'm telling you.
Give me your 5 again.
I
I know one was Beta Ray Bill. Beta Ray Bill is not on my main list.
I know. Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange, Venom, Groot, and Beta Ray Bill.
Okay, I
Groot with Rocket.
don't have Beta. I have the other ones. 2 of those are in that 5 next that I have. It's Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, Thor, Black Panther, and Ghost Rider. I do have Rocket and Groot elsewhere, and I do have what was the other one? Venom. I have Venom elsewhere as well. Yeah, you got agreement on me. I have Thor instead of Beta Ray Bill. If you don't do Thor, you do Beta Ray Bill. Like,
Yeah,
you need to have
I just
that
wanted
like
Beta Ray Bill.
Asgardian.
I just wanted
Right.
something different. We have a lot of the main guys.
Does he at least get to wield Mjolnir as well? Like, come on.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Doom overrides the worthiness thing.
What? You act like I haven't thought these things through.
Ooh.
He takes Mjolnir from him. Why would?
You could.
What makes Doctor Doom not worthy? Nothing.
Even if not, if he can like override that charm on it and give it some.
Ideas.
That's spicy.
Okay. So give me your next 5 for DC.
These next 5.
Mine
all 5.
is spicy.
These next 5 are magic guys. All
Okay.
of them. Raven. So this is the idea of again the first 4. The 5th is technically magic, but he's not part of the Justice League Dark.
Okay.
Raven gets a Justice League Dark Plus as well.
Yes.
But these 5 get it, and that's Constantine, Zatanna, Dr. Fate, and Swamp Thing.
Okay.
And the last one is Alan Scott's Green Lantern.
Alan Scott. Do I have him here? No, I don't, because I did something different with the Green Lanterns.
In the original conversation, just for a little thing, in the original conversation, I agreed to wipe out the Green Lanterns because we were putting in Alan Scott.
I did something different. Let me do different things.
Okay, where are you? So, do you have...
I don't.
I know you have Swamp Thing.
I have none of those things that you just said.
I know you have Swamp Thing and Fate, because you've already said it.
No, I didn't say Dr. Fate, and I don't have him. I'm looking.
What are your second 5?
My second 5 are Solomon Grundy, Sinestro, Lex Luthor, Manta, and Joker.
What were the 5 that you said last round?
I had Shazam, Hawkgirl, Swamp Thing, Nightwing, and Martian Manhunter.
You said it was the other ones. Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Sinestro, I'm down to drop. I just thought about him. I put him on.
I
You know
like.
what? That's what I'll do. I'll drop Sinestro. I'll put in Dr. Fate because he should be. I don't know why he's not on my list.
Yeah, he's like again, like he's a very powerful entity. He's JSA representation as well and Justice League Dark representation. It's cool to have these people on.
I don't know why I don't have him. I genuinely don't know why I don't have him.
I'm looking. I realize I don't have Martian Manhunter on here at all, which is weird. I wrote down. I didn't write down a bunch of honorable mentions. I wrote down 30 names.
Okay. I'm gonna do another quick one because I just realized like the level that we're gonna be fighting at. Manta's gonna be like worthless. I'm dropping Manta.
I actually do.
I'm
have
adding
Sinestro on
Lucifer
here.
Morningstar.
I actually have Sinestro on here.
I was saying I'm dropping Sinestro because I'm doing something different. That'll be Dr. Fate, and I'm adding Lucifer Morningstar. He's gonna be my replacement for Manta. We need some strong dudes if we're gonna do this game, and I think that would be sick. Okay, so
We're going in for
my next 5. I'll do my next 5 for Marvel.
yeah, third 5 for Marvel.
I have Kamala Khan,
Okay.
Nick Fury, Magneto, Zemo, and this is my favorite pick of the entire list. Molecule Man Owen Reese. Because Molecule Man is sick. That's it. Molecule Man goes off. He's super strong. We get somebody like a reality warper.
Yeah.
He's so good. And Nick Fury, I want to be specific. OG white Nick Fury. Because Nick Fury Jr. is cool. I love him. But the original super soldier Nick Fury, like the defender of the like universe Nick Fury, he goes off. He does a lot of stuff.
Nick Fury Jr. is there as like in like the Nick Fury shield role, and he's
Yeah.
just like, well, I should call my dad.
Yeah.
Miss Marvel's on my reserve list. The 5 that I did afterwards to slot in places if I wanted to change after when I looked at it with fresh eyes. That's it.
What do you mean?
That's all that I have the same there.
That's fine.
I have.
You don't have Magneto?
Oh, I do. Never mind. I have Magneto.
You had me a little chopped.
What were the other ones? It was
Magneto,
Magneto,
Zemo, Nick Fury, and
have
Molecule
Zemo.
Man.
Don't have Nick Fury and I don't have Molecule Man. I did think about Molecule
I
Man.
just wanted to do Red Skull, but I couldn't, and then I really like Zemo. So
Okay. I have Captain Marvel, Silver Surfer, Star-Lord, Rocket and Groot, and Gamora.
I have one of those things.
Well, I know you have Rocket and Groot.
Oh yeah, I already have, but
Remember that.
out of the new ones, I have Silver Surfer, and that's it.
So I would genuinely hope you had Silver Surfer.
Yeah, he was the only one. He almost didn't make it. I almost didn't want to put him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's there.
I end up putting all of the main Guardians in here.
Yeah. I'm going for bigger and better things.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Hit me with your next 5 for...
Captain Marvel's hella powerful. I don't know why we act like she isn't.
I just don't like her. She was genuinely one of the ones that probably should be on here, but I absolutely despise her. I put Kamala on to spite her. Because I cannot stand her.
So next, fourth 5 for DC.
Yes.
Shazam, Green Arrow, Black Canary, Hawkgirl, and Harley Quinn.
Yeah, none of them.
So I did with Black Canary, Hawkgirl, and Harley Quinn. The idea was they can also be Birds of Prey on a team bonus. I am not married to Black Canary or Harley Quinn at all. I like Black Canary.
They're just too weak. They're just not strong enough for like what I think we're gonna be fighting, and I understand. That's why Hawkeye is not on my list.
Yeah.
Black Widow's not on my list. Like these
They're
very
not
like
at all.
super simple characters, they just don't make it.
Great,
The
there's-
only ones that I let go were like Zemo, Joker. Like I don't have that many like basic. You gotta have like the mainstays like Cap.
Yeah, well,
But
as like Green Arrow to me feels like more like a mainstay than like Hawkeye. Maybe that's just because that's part of how I got back into DC.
I would say yeah. I think
But
they're
with
probably
that,
on the same level.
like,
It's just
I
not
know-
strong enough. Like that's all it
Yeah.
is, and it's not coming at that fan base. It's just that character is not going to be able to go up against what we're going up against. But
I mean, he fights Superman in Injustice, though.
hey, he got bunned up. All right, so now it's mine.
So what I would do, in my afterthoughts, my 5 afterthoughts for DC, I realized that we should probably have this character in here because of what we're facing, but I forgot about him, so I would genuinely switch Green Arrow out for Rorschach. Because I completely forgot.
Rorschach?
Anyone from Watchmen.
I got
because
you.
I didn't do
Listen,
anyone. And
I
was
got
just
you
like,
right here
Rorschach
right
is the
now.
immediate, like, Watchmen's like, oh, just do him.
I got you right here right now. I didn't do Rorschach. I did comedian.
You always do comedian.
I don't always do. I always do Rorschach.
I think we talked about this like 3 times, and every time it was comedian. When you do Rorschach for other things that we do.
I do Rorschach all the time. I bring up the comedian because he's cool, but I always go Rorschach.
Yeah.
I always try to go Dr. Manhattan, but he's dead. So
we can't do Dr. Manhattan here.
So I have comedian, Plastic Man, Etrigan, Deathstroke, and this is why I don't have Alan Scott. I'm doing Parallax. I want to go from the Emerald. What is it? Emerald Dream or Emerald Twilight?
Emerald Twilight.
I'm pulling Parallax out of there. However, we can make the story work. Whether it's just Hal Jordan and he reverts back to Parallax from all the Green Lanterns going bye-bye, and he reverts. Say Sinestro even gets called up. Maybe he takes up Sinestro's mantle, goes to the thing, takes over the entity.
Literally, like that's what I'm like. Imagine that like
Hal
as far
knows
as we know
how strong this is, and it's like there's only one way to do this.
Literally, like we run into. I would make that a boss that we fight that becomes
That's what I'm saying.
ally afterwards. Like he comes down, and then we get that cut. Like after we defeat him, we get the cutscene where he's like, he was taking out everyone. And it shows like the Green Lanterns getting massacred, and then like Hal and like Parallax, because Parallax is the fear entity. That's what he is. Because again, we're saying the entities come after him too, because it's a threat to their existence. Yeah. And they just kind of like come to understand is like it's the only way, and they fuse back together, and that's fucking cool.
Yeah. So that's why I put Parallax down, because I was going to get a Green Lantern, and that's the way I wanted to do it.
Dash Alan Scott and give him that, I guess.
No, you can still have Alan Scott. I'm down with Alan Scott.
You can switch in. It's cool.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna do a Hal Jordan costume for Alan Scott. That's fine.
Okay. All right.
But it can be Parallax. That's cool.
So what's next? Oh, the next 5 for Marvel.
Yeah.
I have The Thing. Okay. Silver Surfer.
Okay.
Storm. Did The Maker. And the greatest Marvel hero of all time, Adam Brashear, Blue Marvel.
So, you're going to both expect this and be disappointed. Blue Marvel did not make my main roster.
It's just absolutely ridiculous.
It's my next 5, it's Drax and the Fantastic Four.
Okay. So we have one. Technically we have 2 that I just think, like, I didn't want to do all the Fantastic Four, but The Thing.
I have no problem.
The Thing has been in every Ultimate Alliance game, so I just feel like he's got to make it.
Well, he didn't get into 3 until DLC. But all the Fantastic Four are DLC.
Yeah. Well, they kind of replaced the Fantastic Four in that game with the Guardians. Which is fine, but Fantastic Four. Ben Grimm makes it in. Gets a costume where he gets his trench coat.
For this game, I would have the Fantastic Four in before I put the Guardians in. Not for any particular reason, just because like the Fantastic Four seem to always be facing those fucking cosmic threats. For some reason. Like they just do. Yeah. Did we beat Doom with the Ultimate Nullifier? Anyway, just kidding. Moving on. Moving on.
All right, so your next 5 for Marvel.
That's the DLC page. If we don't do Harley Quinn, then the first one I have down is Deadshot. If we don't do Harley Quinn, I would lobby that we don't do Deadshot.
Yeah.
It was having like Suicide Squad stuff in there.
You couldn't pick like stronger teams.
Here's the difference between you and me. You are who are the powerful characters. Mine is who's gonna fucking sell the game.
But people like these characters. That's what the top heads are doing. Your Justice League spots and your Avengers spots are gonna sell your game.
I was putting popular characters over like people that no one's heard of.
But they're already buying it for watching Superman and Spider-Man come together and fight. You have those extra characters. That's how you introduce these people to these characters. They get more popularity. Plus, they're just sick. The things they can do, you get them with your mainstays, and then you throw these randoms into like intrigue their mind. Yeah. Because even if you put in all those all of those people that are going to sell the game, people are probably only going to use 4 or 5 characters the entire game anyway. They're going to pick who they like. Eventually, you might pick somebody different. I like to pick a bunch of different characters in Ultimate Alliance, but they're usually all just big, strong men. But that's just me. But I tried to stay away from all big, strong men.
Well, I do give you a big, strong man in here, and I will let you choose which one of these you want to do in, because I was like, you can do this, you can do this. This was, again, thinking Suicide Squad. I still think they would be fun. Okay. Either Killer Croc or King Shark, which either one, you don't put them both in, because that's not enough. I will let you choose. which one you wanted. Like literally, I have written down Killer Croc / King Shark because I think they're both kind of cool and they're both.
I know a lot of people really like King Shark. I really like Killer Croc.
That's fine. Literally, like I thought of them both at the same time, and I was like, I'm not justifying putting both of them in, but I will bring it up to Tanner that I thought of them both.
So yeah, I would do Killer Croc, but I think Killer Shark's probably.
They're both a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Joker, Lex Luthor, and then originally I had Sinestro down. Looking down on here, I want to do Black Adam instead.
Okay, do I have Black Adam? Black Adam didn't make my list, but I had Shazam already, so.
My bottom 5 were Black Manta, Deathstroke, Hawkman, Black Adam, and Rorschach. So like just looking at it with fresh eyes, I want to switch some of those in.
These are your last 5 for DC?
Yeah, those are my last 5 for DC.
I don't have any of those. I have.
It was the last 5 written down was Deadshot, Joker, Lex Luthor, Sinestro, and then Killer Croc / King Shark. I want to switch out Deadshot and Sinestro, and I definitely want to put Black Adam and Rorschach in. We put Rorschach in for my last 10 were I'm thinking these guys, but at this point,
I decided to go with Firestorm,
okay,
Lobo, Zatanna, Ares, and Deadman.
I knew you would try to put Deadman.
I'm gonna put Deadman in every game. He's sick.
I want to put Spectre in this game.
Spectre was gonna be I have him in as my DLC.
No, I want him on main.
I have him down here. I could put him in.
And you're the one who's talking about all these powerful things.
Did you already drop your Sinestro?
Yeah.
I'll drop. Just put Spectre on. Drop somebody out and put Spectre out because I'll just drop my Sinestro.
I just straight up dropped in my last 10, I dropped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, and I only talked about 3 replacements.
I was gonna say I dropped Sinestro and Manta and I replaced them with Lucifer Morningstar and.
Lucifer Morningstar is cool. I have no idea how that would work, but it is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can figure something out. So now the last 5 for Marvel. This is where I realized I missed a bunch of mainstay characters. I went straight into the weird with Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Here I have Ronan the Accuser, which is the last kind of weird one. Ronan, I have not Ronan, but Ronan the Accuser. I have Black Bolt, Blade, Black Panther, and Ant-Man.
Okay. So these are villains, and I'm gonna have to explain the last one a bit.
Okay.
I think so. These 5 again, things can be switched out for the reserve 5. It's Namor, Magneto, Venom, Loki, and this last one. Before I get to the last one, I want to explain Loki. I think if you do Thor, you don't have to do Loki, but I think if you kill Thor like you're talking, it gives Loki a reason to jump in. Yeah. I think that's cool. Similar to how Hal Jordan invites Parallax back in. What if Jean Grey invited the Phoenix Force back in?
Now, see, this is
I just have Phoenix written.
This is what I was going to do. I was going to drop Ant-Man, but then I thought I was going to do that, but I was doing it with Namor instead.
Okay.
Because I like Namor with the Phoenix 5. Yeah. But if you want to do Jean Grey...
I literally have Phoenix written.
And say, if you want to do Jean Grey as the Phoenix, I 100%
I love the story of inviting your demons back in because we lose if you don't.
I'm down with Jean Grey the Phoenix. I'll drop Ant-Man for that.
My reserve 5 from just everything was Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, Iceman, Falcon, and then Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver.
Okay, I have honorable mentions for Marvel. I have
Iceman because
I have just Defenders down because people care about them. I have Sentry, Juggernaut, Adam Warlock, Red Hulk, the Red Guardian. I have the Namor. I have Uatu the Watcher, Gladiator, and I have Thane. Because I don't think
Thane just sounds fun.
I don't think Thanos would show up, but he probably would probably fight Thanos. But Thane was the one that I was really trying to put on this list.
I don't think we'd fight Thanos.
What? We don't fight Thanos?
I think Thanos would be watching Doom, waiting for Doom's up, the point where Doom fails to take.
Yeah.
To jump. Thanos would be watching and waiting.
Yeah, Thane, he was too weird. Not hardly anybody knows Thane, which I like, but if I were to, I'd drop Zemo and put in Thane. Did you have honorable mentions for DC?
I said them.
Oh, okay.
They were the bottom 5.
Well, I have the Batman Who Laughs, Gorilla Grodd, OMAC, Spectre, the Phantom Stranger, Mr. Miracle, Constantine, Bizarro, Static Shock, Alfred with a super pill, because I'm bringing back that idea.
Such a
And,
stupid idea.
to
but I
fucking love the
show
idea.
Doom Patrol some love, I had Robot Man.
Yeah.
Because I think that would be
I have Cyborg.
cool. Yeah, he's all right.
I like having some of the full team because it works in my brain, and like for example with the Teen Titans are either individually they're either beloved or powerful.
Yeah.
Like Starfire and Raven are super beloved, but they'll fucking
Yeah.
explode suns.
Yes, basically.
Beast Boy has like that sort of can turn into anything. I didn't put Plastic Man. I love Plastic Man.
Yeah, because
He's
Plastic
just-
Man's like crazy, stupid powerful,
He
actually.
is. He's just indestructible.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm like putting Thane in my back pocket.
I was just thinking like the Maker and Plastic Man showing up, the really campy Plastic Man talking to the Maker, who's a maniacal genius.
He's Reed Richards but evil.
Yeah, which I think would be sick.
Yeah, that's true. I like that.
Yeah. I tried to think of like things where they'd come together and talk. So,
Yeah.
DLC.
DLC. So I have.
Are we doing 2 packs, 3 packs, 1 pack,
So
OMAC?
how I have my DLC planned out, and I am a few characters short with how I did it. I started as 2 separate character packs, one for Marvel, one for DC. Then I changed it to kind of like you buy the season pass and it's one extra story that keeps you get more characters as you progress through it, or like as the next part of the pack comes out. The first one gives you 4. The next one gives you. The first one gives you 4. The next one gives you 4. Sorry, the first one gives you 3. The next one gives you 4. But you could split those up in parts of the story for it.
Okay.
I realize that as far as like the packs go now, that's a few characters short. Because if the entire DLC for like the newest game was like 3 packs each that had like 4 characters or something like that. And there's plenty of room to throw in. Like I'm already replacing one because I didn't think about Thane. My idea for story is after Doom. We didn't say this. When you defeat Doom at the end of the story, I'd assume in some sort of way that you can like pull the power out of him and maybe give it back to Dr. Manhattan. You would unlock Doom and Manhattan as characters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's just the thing. In my idea of how you would do for the story of the DLC, the worlds haven't been.
Well, you unlock Doom, but he still has that power, but it's scaled down.
Yeah.
Kind of, if you've ever played Ultimate Alliance 2, the Nick Fury nanobot, kind of like that. It's the final boss, but it's toned down.
You could do some things to where like he figured out a way to still tap into some of it.
Yeah.
Because Doom is Doom. Like
Yeah.
the worlds haven't been split apart, and because Doom has fallen, this is where we do like the team up of the 2 big bads.
Yeah.
2 big bads have now jumped at the opportunity for the other universes, like, and I'm doing Darkseid and Thanos.
Yeah.
Like imagine Darkseid like jumping at the Infinity Stones and the Cosmic Cube, while Thanos jumps at like the anti-life equation, and they become this thing. So the idea is you need to do like this cosmic expedition of this new world, and I can just imagine like Batman or something talking to Tony Stark, and them just being like. I didn't realize I put Spectre in my DLC, but whatever. This is how you get the first 4. You do. Batman is just like he's with Superman. He's just like, it was hard enough to do this guy alone. We might need a few reinforcements for 2 guys that are ultra powerful. And Superman's just like, you know how to get to a woman? I was like, oh yeah. They get Constantine to pull Spectre out. So you're like, hey, you didn't help us with this, but we're about to have a worse issue. And Superman goes and gets Captain Atom as 2 like powerful things. And Tony and Cap are just there, just like, they didn't show up. Cap's just like, yeah, you know where they are. And they go to like this bar. This is just like in my head how I have it. Like,
Is this what I think it is?
they go to this bar and they
I
walk
love
in
this.
and there's a crowd around the table and they look in and it's the name of the one is escaping me now. Is it Adam? Is Adam the name of the one?
What do you mean?
Your guy.
What do you mean,
The guy that you want me to put in.
Oh, Adam Brashear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see Adam Brashear and Robbie Reynolds in an arm wrestling match. Yeah. And it's just like there's your power, and Batman's just looking like, are one of them gonna win? And they're just like, one's probably going easy on the other, honestly. And they break it like we don't see the ending of that. We just let it happen, and of course we get that Sentry and Blue Marvel are going out also. And I forgot to add this in. This is like the very beginning. We know of this cosmic threat happening because you hear like things going off in the distance, and Richard Rider or Sam Alexander, whichever Nova you want to do, comes down and starts warning him. And then you see Kyle Rayner come down, just like really? The kid got here before me? White Lantern Kyle Rayner, by the way, because I want some powerful shit.
Yeah.
They warn us of that threat, and then they go and they get Spectre and Captain Atom and Sentry and Blue Marvel.
Captain Atom.
He's literally a couple nuclear bombs packed inside a human being.
Yeah, and the silver guy, right?
Yeah.
Isn't there a better... like, that's where I would do, like, the Phantom Stranger.
I know nothing about the Phantom Stranger.
He's crazy. He's nuts.
But they go and they fight, and then, again, there's more things to put in here. I changed this around so many times. And I had as ideas of people that you could encounter. The idea is you would encounter these people in space or when you get to the last planet to battle them. It could be Adam Warlock, Beta Ray Bill, Martian Manhunter, Supergirl. You said Thane. I think that's cool.
Thane would be cool.
Like, especially because Thanos is one of the guys you're fighting. Thane would be cool. Lobo's a good shout.
Yeah.
I think, like, I was going to put that. I thought I had put down Lobo.
That was
Well, like, just the idea is, like, and you're going through and you get your
Cosmic
characters.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, if you could justify doing Cosmic Ghost Rider as a slot into a Punisher costume, I'm down for it. Because
Oh, you mean these play?
do you see this crossed out thing right
these
here?
These guys are playable, or you're fighting?
These are
them?
the unlockable characters, and you can have.
Oh, okay.
You can have cosmic shit to fight too.
Yeah.
But you gotta get some DLC characters when you're doing the story as well.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I think like the final, like Darkseid with the Cosmic Cube just sounds fun.
When you brought this to me that you were doing like themed stories for the packs, I came up with the perfect idea.
Okay. And if you don't do the Guardians on main roster, you can like get one or two of them in there.
I brought the idea to you that I was going to do a joke characters pack, and I'm doubling down on that.
Oh no.
I'm putting Deadpool in the pack.
Okay.
I'm doing both universes, but illustrated. The Deadpool story where he kills all the people in the books, like Moby Dick and stuff like that, and all that. But the one where he kills the Marvel universe, just to let him do the comic book universe and just fill it with all the joke characters, and it just look absolutely ridiculous. Name it whatever you want. I want like Deadpool is the main character.
Deadpool
obviously
kills the Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah. Yes. Perfect. Deadpool. I want obviously Howard the Duck. I'm doing the Wonder Twins. I'm gonna do Dragon Man, and I couldn't. And it's very Marvel heavy. I don't know. Oh, Batmite. I wanted to do Batmite. So that would be my joke pack that I would do, and make it that like really ridiculous, fighting on comic panels, fighting in old timey like illustrated stuff. That's what I would do.
That's fun.
That would be my story along with the joke pack.
Yeah.
Maybe make the big bad Mixopiddlig from DC, and then Jim Jeffries from Marvel. You don't know who Jim Jeffries is? Jim Jeffries was this. He what's the Great Britain's Captain America? What's his name?
Great Captain Britain?
Yeah, Captain Britain.
I don't know.
He's in an old Captain Britain story, I think, and he's just this reality warper. He's crazy, stupid, powerful, but he's like everything he does is weird. It's very Mixopiddlig-esque.
Yeah.
And I want them to come together and just make this weird thing, and then that's what happens. Look up Jim Jeffries when you have a chance. For anybody who knows Jim Jeffries, they know. Maybe it's Jim Jaspers. Maybe not. No, Jim Jeffries is that comedian. I think it might. Jim Jaspers, I think, is the guy's name. I think is it Jim Jaspers? Yeah, okay. He's crazy. He's a reality warper. I think he's like a mayor of a town or something, or mayor of London maybe. And like you walk into his office and it's like a whole different realm. It's a very old comic, but it's very. Well, it
sounds very old. I was either going to do Cosmic or I was going to do Mystic for the side of doing it, and I liked doing Thanos and Darkseid doing shit more than I liked like Dormammu and maybe Trigon or something. Like there's cool things either way.
I wouldn't have done Dormammu. I would have done like Mephisto and Now that would go hard.
Yeah, like there's stuff there to do, and there's there's a good health of mystic characters on both sides and cosmic characters on both sides, and I think like either of those is a good way to go with it. I love the idea of centering in, and then like you just see Blue Marvel and Sentry in the middle of an arm wrestling.
Yeah, I was gonna do the joke pack, and then I was just gonna do boss. My other pack would have just been bosses throughout the game that you want to play as.
Okay.
That you get like I would have done probably the half and half Sinestro.
Okay.
I would have done Superboy Prime. I would have done Gore. The God Butcher would have been one. And then, I had him. I'll think about him in a minute.
Yeah.
But it would have been like bosses throughout the game that you would want to fight.
We still got a lot of time. Is there any specific costumes you would want to have thrown in?
Yes, Red Hulk for Hulk. I need it. I know. I don't usually subscribe to having characters change who they are with costumes.
Yeah.
But in this game, I'm fine with it. So like, Hulk becoming Red Hulk. I want Static Shock somewhere,
Same.
but like I can't. There's no place to put him, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But
It'd be cool if you did if you could get some multiverse.
I would
rights.
do
It'd be cool to
the
have
Punisher over the comedian.
some- Okay.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah, and then having different things in there. It'd be cool if we could get rights for DLC stuff. If we could get the rights, do some otherworldly things. It's always fun to have Hellboy or Spawn
Oh yeah,
come in for a trip. It just is.
yeah.
Them or even
Invincible
if you
even.
go, Invincible. Even if you go new and grab Radiant Black or Ultra Mega, you can have a good time.
Omni-Man.
An Invincible
Omni-Man.
pack would be the
Omni-Man.
shits.
It would be Omni-Man. Who would you pitch me an Invincible pack?
So
I'll give you 4 characters.
the 4 characters is easy. I'm going based off of. I haven't read the comic I've read some of the beginning of the comic at this point. Based off the show, I would probably do Invincible, Omni-Man, Adam Eve, and probably Robot, just because they are who get the most screen time.
Omni-Man, Invincible.
May I
I'm
pitch
doing
for?
Battle Beast
Fuck yes.
and Cecil.
Okay, we had a conversation before.
Imagine Cecil's specials, him doing a nuclear cannon, doing an explosion,
An orbital
dropping
laser.
the kaiju as his ultimate. The super-powered kaiju, and then have one where he calls in the zombie drone guys. I'm telling you, that would bang. But I like those weird characters that really shouldn't fight, but they fight.
Cecil, Invincible. I wouldn't put Omni-Man in.
I would, because I think Omni-Man is just crazy.
Yeah.
I think that Invincible and Omni-Man, they can be the same person.
No.
No.
Couldn't
Omni-Man is like...
he's
different
obviously a different level.
level, bro. I would drop
I would put
Invincible before I drop Omni-Man.
Okay, well then Omni-Man, Cecil. I would put Damien Darkblood.
That'd be fun.
That'd be a very fun
have
kick.
Hellboy, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I'd put Battle Beast. And also,
Beast is actually really
we had a
good.
conversation before, and you were like, Battle Beast couldn't take on fucking
He-
Omni-Man. He could fucking take on Omni-Man.
No,
he can fucking kill
He
their
got hit by
race.
an orbital laser.
I don't think it's possible, but maybe they prove me wrong.
Did you not see him crush Invincible?
Yeah, because Invincible that's why I said Omni-Man and Invincible
No.
aren't replaceable.
Battle Beast's race. They fucking destroy Omni-Man's. What are they called?
The Viltrumites.
The Viltrumites. They destroy Viltrumites.
I don't believe it.
They
I'll
do.
believe
It's
when
part
I
of
say
the. It's
Because
part of the comics.
he was getting a little bit of work in that fight. Omni-Man would have tore his ass up. But
Anyway.
that's just my
Anyway.
opinion.
Yeah, I want to see the Superman and Omni-Man working together, even if it's for a little bit. It's just fun. It's just fun. It's fine. I want Thor in this game. You make me upset.
Just put Thor over Beta Ray Bill. But make it his newest
Herald of
version.
Thunder, yeah. Please.
I'll give you even as that's who. I know it's weird to double down on Thor villains, but Black Winter would be my other one. As bosses you fight that you want to play as. Because I get my 2 DC and I get my 2...
Okay, I Black Winter. Just because Black Winter is weird
Oh,
right
no,
now,
not,
we don't know a ton about it.
I'll just do Null. You want to play as Null. Who doesn't want to play as Null?
That's a good point.
I was going to say, Null, so Null, Gore, Superboy Prime, and then the half and half Sinestro.
Yeah, when did we fight Carnage? Because we gotta.
Yeah, probably early on, because he's not on the level.
If you make him like Demon Carnage,
Still not on the level.
you could pack him with power. That's one of the ones that you could pack with power.
Yeah, and then Superboy Prime just... Wait, this is what I'm talking about. Like, he could be an early boss.
Yeah, if you do base Carnage.
Even that, like, okay, so you get a
If you
quarter of
base
the way
Carnage.
through, then you do your crazy Carnage. I'm telling... These are, like, world-ending people I'm talking about that are going to be these bosses. That's why I packed my roster with just straight heat. We'll fight Carnage. I like Carnage, but...
I think it's because you have Spider-Man, you have Venom. You need to fight a symbiote.
And Venom is the current Venom,
Yeah, Eddie Brock.
where he is the king of the symbiotes. He has his wings.
But
he
if
has
you
those
fight
cool stuff.
Null,
Yeah, who cares? You can pull. We're pulling Parallax out. You can pull him out from any point in time. He's Dr. Manhattan. He literally goes through time and changes events. He can go through and pull out whatever he wants. He doesn't care. That's why he's pulling out Barbados. Who cares?
oh Barbados.
But that's I just think that's sick. I think this game would be off the chain, and it will never be made.
Nope.
Rest in peace.
I was gonna make the joke about the company hiring us, but I don't know what company produces it. And
What if in the mail we got a cease and desist? I would be so happy.
you just be randomly. We couldn't talk about it. I'm just trying to eat up some time.
Do we really need that much more time?
Well, we're only at like an hour 36, and stuff's going to get cut because we are terrible at what we do.
Okay. So
like I was just kind of throwing it
is
in.
there any...
That's why I was asking about costumes and stuff like that.
Well, do you have any costumes that you want?
I would genuinely I would do current popular appearances for all of them, like MCU for the Marvel ones, even DCU for the DC ones. I just think that would work because it does. I would do CW ones because people love their CW shows when they do.
Okay.
Yeah, I genuinely, this is just me, I genuinely find it weird that you are okay with doing the character switch in this game, but not in the fighting game.
Yeah, I don't know. Just to get more stuff in, I guess.
Is this game going to be super cartoony, or is it going to be more realistic the way that
I don't know.
Injustice
It's
was?
just like any other
Dr. Doom has the power of Dr. Manhattan. What do you mean realistic?
You know what I'm...
It's not going to be like dingy, but...
Like, what do you think we're doing?
The looks of it. I'm talking about this.
Oh, you mean like
It
cell
looks-
shaded?
It looks like Ultimate Alliance.
I've never
like-
seen Ultimate
Well,
Alliance.
no, because Ultimate Alliance 3 looks nothing like Ultimate Alliance 2. Ultimate Alliance 2 is almost in like the Ultimate Universe.
I would genuinely
Art
do it
style.
like 3. That's just me.
I wouldn't. Not for this. I would go with Ultimate Alliance 2.
Okay.
I don't want the cell shading for like Dr. Manhattan and stuff like that. But that's also, I just don't like cell shading.
Oh, okay.
I just don't think I don't think it
mind
looks
it.
good most of the time.
I don't mind it that much. I think it, at least for Ultimate Alliance, I think it was fine. But I think like with this kind of thing, when you're doing like the problem with doing like realistic type stuff is when you're doing like world-ending powers, it can look.
I'm saying it doesn't have
weird.
to look realistic, but just not like it's straight out of a cartoon.
I think merging the two would be good. So like Ultimate Alliance 3, it looks a lot brighter. It looks a lot more defined. Ultimate Alliance 2 seems a bit more dark. Seems a bit like you've got nice
Like,
shadows.
We can bring the color,
And
I'm not
that's
saying
what
we
I'm
have to
saying.
keep it muddled.
I'm saying you take Ultimate Alliance 2 with their like their
So you
graphics
take
and
the
just
graphics
brighten
and
it
you
up.
bring them 3's vibrancy,
Yep.
Yeah.
and you could do that. But I just don't want it to look like.
Like it
the
doesn't need to be
cartoon
like cell shaded, but I want it. Like you were saying before, like it's a comic book thing. They
Yeah.
wear bright thing. Like
Yeah, I'm saying
it's
keep
bright.
it bright, but I don't want it muddled like that. I just don't want it to look like the cartoony.
so, Venom has a blue costume, right?
Oh, has to,
Just making sure.
without a doubt.
Venom gets a blue costume. I would do. They straight up did this in Ultimate Alliance 3. I would give him an anti-Venom skin costume as well. Just like all of the things. If whether you do Mr. Fantastic or the Maker, you give him the other.
Yeah,
Like you said, Thing gets his.
Thing gets his.
He's gotta.
Gets his trench
You're right.
coat.
When you write, you write. You could do so many different like Spider-Man and Iron Man just have a plethora of things to reach into.
Silver Surfer gets black.
Oh please! Why
Yeah.
isn't he already black?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, again, like however you do it, you do the other because it makes sense to do it.
You can have multiple for each. Like Hulk, I was thinking like Red Hulk, and then I was talking to you. The story where he becomes the Herald of Galactus, maybe.
Oh, you don't want Joe Fix It?
We can have Joe, but like if I'm already getting Red Hulk, might as well just go all the craziness. That maybe even throw in like Maestro. Maestro's pretty cool.
Maestro's cool. Yeah, you can pretty much go anything with them. There's a
For
lot
a
of
real
costumes
deep
in the
cut,
movie.
Wendigo Hulk. There's a story where he gets bit by some Wendigos and becomes a Wendigo Hulk. Like just weird stuff.
A Wendigo, like
Wendigo, yeah.
the ones that are cannibals and shit.
Winnebago.
He's a fucking he's an RV.
I can't
Becomes an
remember.
RV.
Yeah.
Fucking Hulk, but he's bitten by a radioactive RV. It turns into a fucking. It's a road
You can
trip.
go ham with all of them. Like the costume.
Superior Octopus.
Over who?
Spider-Man? Duh. Why
Yeah,
not?
Spider-Man's
You can
Iron
do
Spider
Superior
armor.
Spider-Man.
Why not just do the Iron Spider and then just do Superior Octopus?
Because you can't. When you do that, you can't really program in how the extra legs work.
Well,
Why
okay. The
wouldn't
system
you be able to?
is. Do they have an armor system in Ultimate Alliance?
No.
Okay.
It's
What?
literally just costume switch.
Just do it like they do in a Future Fight. You just change the animations. If we're already putting all this time into everything else, might as well just do that.
Yeah.
What's the difference? He literally walks around the same way. It just replaces his Iron Spider things with
Doc Ock's.
Doc Ock
Yeah, if you program in the stuff for that, then yeah, but
Yeah,
you don't do
the
that.
regular Spider-Man is probably going to be the Iron Spider. Maybe not the Iron Spider, but the MCU equivalent.
Oh no.
The one with the arms. That's the Spider-Man I'd use.
Oh no, I would just use normal Spider-Man.
No, I won't.
Well, are you gonna
You
have
give him the
Miles
spider
Morales
armor,
Spider-Man
too.
That's what I'm
and
saying, just give him the arms.
Okay, the spider armor doesn't have the arms.
wait, are you
Give him
going
the
to have
arms
Miles
before.
Morales in the game as well?
No.
I didn't. Okay, I
You can
didn't
throw
think
in a
that I
costume
heard.
over Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I'm
I
down for
understood
that, because I think Miles is cool, but
Like their powers are just a bit different.
he has like 2 extra powers.
Yeah, where you can turn invisible and you can shock and
Yeah.
this
He has
about
2 extra powers. I don't want to say that there's not enough space because it's 25 each, but like,
It's not enough space.
yeah.
I'll
No,
say
I
it.
get
I'm
it.
not gonna lie to you. We did not need 3 spiders in 3.
I was like, if there were 40 spots, there's not enough space.
I
It just
get
doesn't
it.
make it.
Yeah. We tend to. I might wiggle them in if we had 40 for each, but
I was like, you don't have any Inhumans.
I don't know.
So you don't have, well, no, you have just, but like your cosmic characters are all in your DLC.
Yeah, because I just go.
No
cosmic
defenders.
DLC.
Yeah,
Didn't
like
do defenders.
but Miles just doesn't make it. It's
No,
just
I get
not
that.
Yeah,
enough.
like there's other things to put in over him.
Yeah.
Ultimate Alliance 3 had Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Spider-Gwen, and genuinely, I would have never done all 3 of them.
I would have
I
never
would
done
only done
Spider
one.
Gwen. No offense to Spider Gwen, but like
Yeah, I wouldn't have done. I probably wouldn't have done.
I literally would have done one. I would have done Peter, or I would have done Miles.
Yeah, like the story way that they do it is kind of cool. I definitely would not have done both Miles and Gwen. Just wouldn't have.
yeah.
Just straight up wouldn't have.
And they do both the Marvels, don't they? They do Kamala, and then I think you get Captain Marvel
Okay,
later.
but Carol and Kamala are very different. Like, it's just another spider.
You do one or the other.
No, they have completely different power sets.
And that's why you just do Miss Marvel.
Hmm.
She covers more area. Gives you an Inhuman.
Yeah, that's true.
I
Not
hate
as-
Captain Marvel
Not as
so
powerful
much.
as Carol, though.
I hate her. I
don't
just
mind
can't
her.
stand her.
You hate Captain Marvel?
Yeah, I hate her. I want to throw her through
She's
a
super
wall.
arrogant. Just for
I just hate her.
Yeah, so is Iron Man.
Yeah, but he's a man. It's okay.
It's
You
wow.
said it, I didn't.
It's that Iron Man has that charm of being a jackass.
Have you watched Captain Marvel? She's a delight.
All right, let's stop. We just have to.
Ha ha
rewrite the
ha
movie,
ha.
so Fine.
I think that's the one thing I didn't change.
Um,
Yeah, I'm sure we're forgetting characters. Because we do that.
Can we do a quick segment at the end?
for what?
Okay, just what is your favorite vehicle? Like for you to own, if you had to choose one out of any comic series in superheroes, like what vehicle would you choose?
Spider-Mobile.
Knew you were gonna say some dumb shit.
I'm probably the Batmobile, if it looks like a Batmobile. Don't give me that Tumblr shit from The Dark Knight. I don't want that.
Oh, that's
You
just
want
badass.
the actual like Dodge Charger Batmobile or what? do you
No,
want?
I want like Keaton's Batmobile. Like the one that fucking
Oh,
looks like the
okay.
Batmobile.
Yeah.
That's the shit I want. If I do the Batmobile. I don't know. I don't
I
like,
want the Thanos copter.
There you go. There's not a lot of vehicles in comics because most of them have some sort of mobility on them.
First off, I want the invisible jet.
The invisible jet would be cool as fuck.
That's cool.
And
But I want it to work how it works in the cartoon, where you can see me just sitting on nothing. Oh wait, any vehicle? Ever?
any vehicle from
Oh, Lobo's motorcycle.
Okay.
Definitely over Cosmic Ghost Rider's motorcycle. Lobo's is just more badass.
Okay.
It's more metal. That's, oh my god. cruising down the Milky Way. Sheesh.
It was just like quick question. It was kind
Yeah, that's
of.
cool.
Yeah.
I heard that earlier, and I was like, "That's a really good question."
There's not a ton of the vehicles that are in comics are usually pretty cool, but there's not a ton
Like the
of them.
Thanos copter. And then the, what is it, the Fantastic Four mobile? Where it's just
It's
the
like
4
the
seats and that
quad
ugly,
jet or
the
something.
ugly thing, yeah.
The Blackbird,
The four seats that.
The helicarrier would be sick.
helicarrier would be
Yeah.
cool.
That's a big ass vehicle.
Technically, the Iron Man armor's a vehicle.
That's fair.
It was built as a flight suit.
I mean, no, that's not.
Kite Man's kite.
Yes!
Kite
How
Man's
did I leave
kite.
Kite Man out of this game?
I have
need
to
him.
redact.
I need him at the beginning. I need him to just like go up for it and say like Kite Man, how and then just bitch slap. Like, you know that like how I showed you like when Thor had like the power cosmic and he kind of bit that, except he goes through like 3 planets.
I want to Kite Man. I want to put in my joke character.
Yes.
Kite Man.
So I think we're ending with that.
Yep, that's about it.
Bit of a shorter episode this week because
Yeah.
at this point
It's very late and
it's very late. We are very hot, and I have to pee.
I have work tomorrow.
Same. But with that being said, I'm Captain Comic Zach Young.
I am your Kaiju Commander, Tanner C. Bays. Coming at you live. And I'm saying goodbye. Catch you later.
Okay. I'm just the techie.
This
Thanks,
isn't live, it's
Tanner.
recorded, but whatever.
My name's Bobby.
I'm live in studio.
With that being said, we're out of here.
Have a good
Peace.
night.
Except we're not, because we have shit to plug because we keep forgetting to do it.
Yep, I knew about it. You see how ready I was? Look how ready I am. I'm ready. Look at this.
Yeah.
Ready. You see this? Look at me. Look at me in the eyes. No. Don't, stop looking at your mom. Look at me. Look at me. Hey? Zach, plug the thing. I got the eye contact. Go. Plug it.
If you want updates on the podcast, you can follow the podcast at Kaiju and Comics on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to follow me personally, you have me at CapZachYoung on everything.
Follow him. You heard what I said. Don't talk to your dad. Look at me.
If you want to follow
Look at me.
me, it's at Bobby Williams Official on everything. You'll be
You
able
heard
to
him.
find my gigs on there if you
Do
live
it.
in the South
Don't make me
Jersey
find
area
you.
or even just the Jersey area if you wanted to come over.
I know you
I
like
play in
getting
Wildwood,
dominated
I
on
play in
Thursday.
Millville, I play in
Don't lie
Vineland.
to me.
Just in places around. If you,
Oh, you like going to
live
Red
music
Robin after you
and-
get done work on Wednesday. I'll be there. You better follow us.
And if you want more potting content, you can listen to the Bob Straker podcast out every Tuesday.
And you better listen to it. Leave
That-
nice comments for Gene.
Darian, you
favorite.
sexy man.
If you just watched episode 3, I'm sorry you have to hear it again. We forgot to plug it both times.
Nah, it's all good.
I'm sorry for Tanner being aggressive. We're out of here.
Have a good night,
Peace.
everybody.